Shalom, first and foremost. I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach this truth with all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you, brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity with great diligence to wake up the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom also to the Israelite foreigners that sincerely believe and follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, wherever you may be scattered, and shalom to the sincere Akwathium. It's your brother Azar from GMS St. Louis. Brothers put this video in the chat of this um, damn demon. Are you looking for Zah TikTok page? And I tried to find it, but she since took it down. Must have seen how ridiculous she looks and sounds. I guess she's supposed to be on a weight loss journey. Seen the post. I finally got out of the 200s, and but what she was saying, I'll play it. But this is an example of a woman that she wants a man, but it seems like she just wants him to control him. She wants to be this. She admitted herself in the video she's a reformed crash out that's loves peace now, but deep down, that's just for social media, man. She goes on this rant, and I'll play it. And you can see just why a woman like this is out here single, man.
Back down. I fucking hate you, man. Fucking hate you guys. I hate that the only way we can be married is if you guys ask us. Fuck you guys, because none of you guys want to get married. But when I throw one of y'all bitch asses in my trunk, I bet y'all marry me now. I'm gonna fucking throw y'all in my trunk and lock you guys in my motherfucking closet. But I don't become a fucking wife!
You see, she has a problem with order. She has a problem with order. I hate men, but I want a man. I hate that the only way we can be married is if you ask us. Yeah, because what the fuck are y'all running? Nothing. You women are not running nothing but y'all mouth and bath water. And you barely run bath water, shower girls. But anywho, she has a problem with the order and wish she could have the force or authority to make a man. To make a man do what she wants him to do, make a man marry her, it's these modern day women are in it for control, and that's why they want to get married. Because in America, you're bound by the state. The state gives them control, emotional control. So they have the ability to ruin your life, man, legally. Yeah, men are wising up and seeing that it's not a good deal, man. It's not a good deal. It only benefits the woman. Marriage in America is not like it was designed to be, man. The man is the head. If he has the means to support multiple wives, he can have that, man. but these women are all in it for control, and it's not panning out in their favor. You see, um, let's go to the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, and Verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearl or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. So a woman's supposed to dress modest, man. A man is not supposed to see you all your assets hanging out just walking down the street. That's supposed to be covered up and reserved. I get it. A lot of these women are trying to attract men, but hey, even when they get a man, they still dressing like, they trying to attract attention. She's desperate out in the streets, yelling. She hates men. A crash out. Verse 11. But let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, and that is why a lot of these women aren't being chose, because they're not in subjection. They want to run the show, man. And oftentimes when they uh get the reins or be in the driver's seat, what? It's a fatal collision, because they're not set up to run shit, man. You take care of the household, the children. The man is supposed to be in the driver's seat, man. That's his God given authority. That's his creation role, to rule over you, as mentioned in Genesis 3:16. See, these women still have that same spirit as Eve, man. They want to rule over the man, and that's just not how it goes, man. But I suffer a woman not to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. You see? So you ain't got no bargaining chips, man. You do what you told, man. That's the order, man. Let's go to the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 25 and verse 1. In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before Yahweh and men: the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and wife that agree together. And this is why these women are not being chose, because they don't agree together, because they don't want to stick to the script. They've deviated from their creation role, and they want men to accept that. Which real stand up men are not going to accept that. They're not going with that, man. You have to get in line or get left behind. That's it. Hey, Isaiah 4:1 is here. These women have their own money. They have they know how to cook. The only thing that's missing is that protection, because all hell is about to break loose. All hell is about to break loose, and then what? The biggest hang up that these women have, oh, I'm not sharing. But a man is supposed to have a wife, a woman that is untouched by any other man, unless he's died. Unless he has died and gone up to the spirit world, then she can be with another man. They want you to deal with them, and they done had all these bodies, but they cannot accept the natural order with a man being able to have multiple wives, which is lawful. There are rules and regulations that men have to abide by, but it's nothing wrong with that. But they feel like they're bigger than the program, and you're not. And that's why you see a lot of these women out here going outside because women outnumber men. Then you got to take into consideration the type of man, you know. Desired man is going to be just that, desired man. You're not going to be the only one, trying to deal with them. And coming up into these perilous times, these women just finna be attaching themselves. You know, hey, I'll do whatever you want. I'll play by your rules. Hey, I just don't want to be out here left, unprotected. And that's the time we in, man. All this thugged out, boisterous, clamorous, problematic shit, you're gonna be left in the dust, man. Let me jump down to verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Listen to all the things that she just mentioned about doing to make a man marry her. Your best bet is to just be a decent woman. Proverb 31. Read about how a woman's supposed to conduct herself, man. Being uh, 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 rarely seen, hardly heard, man. Being a virtuous woman. That's how you get chose. That's how you get chose and cared for, man. Not this. Oh, I'm a man. It's comical at this point because they will try everything but the right thing. They'll try everything but being in subjection, which 8 to 9 times out of 10 gonna solidify you a slot. Only a fool, discards a woman that's in subjection to him. But the type of men you women want, you don't showcase the behavior to get that. You know, a stand up man, a man with some understanding, some sense, integrity. He's looking at certain things, certain behavior, certain way you carry yourself. Fuck a ass and how you look. What type of energy are you emitting? How do you carry yourself? Do you have any couth about yourself? And these modern day women, they just don't got it, man. Verse 16, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with the wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. You see this darkness in a woman's face, man, in her countenance, man. These women be having demons on them, man. Plagued in the mind. Then call all these bodies. So at any given time, they acting like one of these men they been with. And a man would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitter. What, all the shit that she be doing? Don't no man want to get a bad report about his woman? All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. You see, hey, they brought death to the world, man. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. You see, because a woman can come and like this woman, she could look pretty. She could look beautiful if she put uh a little, just a little effort. She could look a lot better than she was in this video. Just by her player build or whatever she's been exercising. So she could trick you easily, and you go off her looks, and then bam, you see she's a demon, man. You gotta vet these women, or like Paul say, hey, don't even touch a woman. You know that was in the ancient time. How much more in these times when women have become gradually more wicked? Verse 23: a wicked woman abated the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And just by this video, you can tell that um, she'll make your life hell, man. Just if she's in a bad mood, you know. She literally seeks to rule over a man, and men are wising up and not dealing with that shit, man. I'm going over to the 26th chapter. And Salakia. I started from the top. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. So just imagine if you get a fucking demon for a wife. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. You won't have peace with a woman like this, man. Let's go to verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. And this is a prime example. She showcased all that. And this is why you won't hear this in the church, man. Because it's gonna give you the game and the rundown about majority of these women, man. How to spot a damn demon. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. You see, these women be having a cottage cheese hanging all out, belly all out, flopping and curring on. Just ate the fuck up. Tell you about all these uh abominable lusts they fulfilled, shaving their heads down bald and dyeing their hair blonde. Like they have no shame, man. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids, all that face paint and all that makeup. It's witchcraft, man. The whoredom, verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. Right. Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And that's what a lot of these women have done. They've abused themselves with the liberty that Esau Edom has given them. As the scripture says, man, give not a woman over much liberty. They weren't supposed to be liberated, because what comes from the liberated woman? Wickedness. They doing all the things that they were not allowed to do in the ancient times, man, and it has ruined society. Along with the evil and wicked men at the top. This has spiraled out of control. Really, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but this is what happens in a sinful kingdom, man. When things are done in uh contrary to the Heavenly Father's ways. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. She's gonna be a thought, man. And that's what a majority of these women are, man. You know, they jump and ride to ride, and then it shows in their player build, in their body. You know, cottage cheese, they get a rent, and instead of that girdle build. They out here looking bogus, but then want a man to accept them for who they are and their past and all this wicked shit they've been doing. But you got rules and regulations for the man. You gotta be 6 foot, make six figures, and man, that's why these scriptures are to be taken seriously, man. It's going to tell you the do's and don'ts, what to watch out for, what to abstain from, and it tells you the how to teaches you how to be pleasant and decent, you know, upstanding, men and women and children. I'll jump to verse 14. This is one of my favorite verses in this chapter. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. You see, a lot of times you try to instruct these women and they rebel, and they end up like this. You steady searching for a fairy tale, and you end up naked and afraid out here in these streets with no one to care for you. Verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. You see, the majority of these women do not fear the Lord. That's why they run into these complications that they run into. Let's go to Proverbs 9 and 13. And it reads, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple, and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she said to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are as the depths of hell. And see, this likens this to a woman because these philosophies and ideologies persuade you and convince you just like a woman does, man. It sounds good, you know, but hey, like the scriptures say, there is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof is death, man. See this woman out in the middle of the street fucking talking shit because she can't get what she wants. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 7. And I start at verse 25. I apply my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of all of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets. Her mind is all about how to snare you and trap you. And her hands is bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, this only have I found, that Yahweh hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. You see, so King Solomon is saying, out of 1,000 men, I found one righteous. And out of all those, I ain't find none righteous in women. How much more in these times? How much more in these times that we in and coming up in. This is 1 Corinthians 7:1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. You, you see? Because what? You're gonna have trouble in the flesh dealing with this woman on some sort of level, whether it be a great level or a small level. You're gonna have trouble in the flesh, man, dealing with a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. You see, and it's saying because at this time, at this particular church in Corinth, they were committing adultery, man. It's not saying that, oh, one man, one woman, because even if you did that, there are going to be so many single women. It's saying that a woman, stick to your husband, and men, deal with your own wives or wife if you only have one. But the point being, hey, it was sound counsel. Hey, be a eunuch if you have to, a voluntary eunuch. Don't deal with them. If you want to avoid the problems that come with dealing with these women. And certain men are taking that approach because what we find out is as time go on, they really reveal their true self. That's why hey, you you deal with them accordingly. I'll say that. Let me get this. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Yeah, these women are going to get away from being like this, and they're going to get back into that feminine spirit, that they were meant to be in, because they're going to have no choice, man. It's going to be that bad. Women are going to go from fuck a nigga, I don't need a man, I can do bad all by myself, all this shit, to they're going to line up to be a woman unto you, to serve you. And that number 7 just mean a complete number. It could be 17, it could be 2, it could be 77. um, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. 6 and verse 16. Thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. You see, the point being, seek to the old ways, man. Doing things the way the Lord set it up is just going to give you rest for your soul. It's going to be uh uh you're going to be in a better case, man. Not to say that you won't have afflictions, because this is our hell. This earth is our hell. America is our captivity. Right now we're in a punishment phase. So as Israelites, you're going to go through things, but doing things the way the Lord said to do them, which the ways that are good, is going to just is going to benefit you. To you women, look to the old paths, man. You want to get a husband? Look at what the Lord says a woman is supposed to be unto a man. First, yourself. Be virtuous. Be quiet. Be delicate, loving. Men gonna see that, but uh, may this fall on whoever is meant to fall on ears, and may it be a help unto you. And uh, we at the end. So it's only going to get worse, man. Taking heed to these scriptures is going to be for your benefit. Hope this has been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say, Kwame Asharala, Shalom, and a Bible Ball.